Sudders, bass, Tokolosh.
Liam Frost, guitar, voice, Tokolosh. I don't know about that. I mean, the name as it started, I didn't even know what it meant. Like, it was just some term that was bandied around the studio and a joke name for it. But as the band took on more and more seriousness, and it got to the point where we started sort of, thinking we're going to need a real name, that just became the name. But I don't know. Like, if you look at things, I hate delving into sort of stuff like the lyricism of it all. There is like that sort of darkness to it, and some of the things that are around that sphere aren't actually in the lyrics themselves, but there's comparisons. But also, in other parts of Africa, the Tokolosh is known as like a good luck spirit. So I guess it depends on which part of the country you go to. That's a really good question. No, I wouldn't say that as such. I think it's like more of an observational thing. Like maybe like from relationships of my own, but also from looking at other things as well, and just looking at the way they work in general. That's all I've got. You gotta stay. You gotta stay sort of slightly close to this sort of stuff, right? There's got to be some mystery. The release. What do you think? What's the critical reception been like?
Well, we've had a lot of good reviews with it and stuff, but I suppose we're not too. I mean, we're doing this for ourselves. Really, it started off as a thing for us all to do separate from the things that we are more well known for. So it's good to have good reviews and stuff like that, but it's not the be all and end all to us. We're not kind of constantly checking the papers for have we got a good review or have we got a bad review. People are going to get onto it or not.
And with regards to the Stay Strong thing, it's just taken from the lyric in the song Tokolosh, and I don't know, it just seems like a good universal theme.
I don't think so. It just comes out the way it comes out. We don't. There's no real. I mean, you might listen to some songs and reference something. Like, hey, that's pretty good. Let's do something like that or whatever. But there's no real conscious effort to actively keep something fresh. You just do what you do, and because we're all into so many different things, everybody in the band's doing, into different genres. When it comes together, it just gets put in the pot, and the way it comes out, we don't have really much control over it. Really, it just ends up the way it ends up.
Yeah, it's not like it's like 1/5 the Whip, 1/5 Liam Frost, and then 2/3 the earlies. It's loads of influences like all over the place. Just sort of depends on what you listen to at the time.
Mine's food. Mine's
competitive sports.
That's elaborate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just sort of a common joke within the band. Some of us are quite into like lots of different competitive sports, different types, fighting, whatever. Football, not soccer, but actual American football. Yeah.
Richard Dodgen was a massive American fan.
Yeah, gridiron fan, loves it.
Really likes it. I mean, seriously, the Super Bowl for him is it's a serious part of his calendar.
Just
very serious.
Anything with grown men grappling, I guess.
Mine's food. I mean, until you get to that situation, you never know whether you would or not. Do you know what I mean? You don't kind of. I suppose.
No, go ahead. I guess it. Probably finish the question, but it depends on the advert you're being asked to do.
Exactly.
I mean, I once got asked to do an advert that I was asked to be in as well for like a ladies' clothing brand, like older women. I was supposed to be in it with like these older models dancing around me in the studio and stuff. It was just exactly not what I wanted to be doing. So, but yeah, I mean, if something cool came in.
it's different these days as well, because obviously you get the way the business side of music is at the minute. It's harder out there, and actually a bit of light commerce is what comes along with being able to do music sometimes. Do you know what I mean? To be able to like fund your album or something, you might get offered something, an advert. You know, a lot of it, the money side of it is coming in that way more now these days. You know, and it's kind of it's just the way it is. You know, I think 20 years ago or something, people were a lot more like, I'm not doing this, I'm not putting my music to anything, but I think those days are gone, you know. But unless, it's got to be the right thing at the end of the day, you know, you won't, like Liam says, you won't put your music to something you hate or you're definitely against. All three in that order.
Yeah, and then another record maybe.
Yeah.
Just another record, just keep going.
Yeah, just going to see how it goes at the end of the year, get back together, and I think this will just be like an ongoing thing for us, you know, because we've got, like I say, we do all our other things as well. This is a bit of an escapism for us all to do, you know, to come together and do this. So, just steady away, just keep going, see what happens.
Enjoy it.